All right, one more time into the hunting grounds we go. Free to play here. Let's finish up this, we'll just say less than stellar event this go around. Did one final little grind session, so we're going to get a couple of things done here. We've got some progress to make, I will say. We've got a few things to finish up, I will say as well. All right, sorry, got a little distracted there. I really just did not do as much grinding here on free-to-play as possible. A big piece of it was kind of some of the messed up calculations and just the lack, I think, of abrasive. I talked about this in some previous videos. I'm not going to keep slamming it. Here's the problem. It's very much like Headhunting Arena for me. The concept of Headhunting Arena, the concept, the last time this event came around, it was great. I really enjoy this style of adventure, if you will, right? I like having different levels. I like being able to level up. I like the events being long and having cool opportunities to go and do different stuff. Now, this obviously needs to be like tweaked for the new Island region and the Northern region. So that's like part of it. It felt like it was, they put this back on and then there wasn't a whole lot of adjustment. The fact that you needed the Island region and the boat really to have a lot of success here stinks a little bit. The alligators, in my opinion, were way too difficult to take down, so that was part of it too. And like, I thought hunting the bears was fun. I thought really every stage up until the crocodiles or the alligators was cool. Once you got there, it kind of stunk a little bit, and the calculation for the points for the levels really just didn't line up. But we did make it. We'll make a little bit of progress here. I'm going to drop everything in that we do have. I'm going to get a full set of levels here. I do end up having a few spare things. I am going to get the last of the abrasive that we need too, because I am going to make some stuff for the next time around. And we ended up actually doing quite a bit of hunting here. So let's just get some levels. Let's see where we land. Let's get everything dropped in here. Ooh, I don't even know if it makes sense to spend this. I don't think it does, because I'm not going to get the points. I will hang on to my thick leather, actually. And the rest of that there is pretty well fine. So we do get this done. We'll knock this out. That is pretty cool. Let's do a last little bit of fishing. You might say, Doc, why are you getting the abrasive? Well, I am going to make a whole bunch of hunting crossbows. Crossbow is a pretty decent weapon. It's actually pretty fun. It has its uses for sure. I will use them like over at the farm and stuff from time to time. But they're pretty easy to craft, and there is a pretty good chance that this event or a similar type event comes back at some point. So kind of worthwhile just to have it, in my opinion. We'll hang on to them. It could be a year. I got asked this question quite a few different times. Should I hang on to anything? By the time you see this video, I think the event will pretty well be over. No, it will definitely be over by the time. So this tip isn't useful for you, but with any of these types of events, if you have anything that adds an additional modification and it isn't a detriment to the weapon, like for instance, the Forlorn Fair weapons takes off active mods. So it's like, you got to kind of decide what you want to do there. But if it doesn't have an impact to the weapon and you have some extra of it at the end, you might as well make some weapons. Hang on to them. You never know, that might come back. We've seen with, the Winter of Despair, how good the fire weapons were. I don't know that we'll see this again, but here's the thing. This type of mod could be really cool. They could keep something like this in the game where it deals extra damage to animals, and that could be pretty neat. And we could see other mini events or something in the future. So again, it's really tough because the event itself is fun. The calculations, the lack of abrasive, and some of the other lack of tweaks for this, I think really deterred a lot of people. Now, I do think there were some good rewards to grab. I'm actually pretty excited for what we're going to go pick up here. But I think you combine all of the negatives together, and it just sours people on the event, and I don't blame anybody for that. This is not This was not as good as it was the last time. The last time it was implemented, it was a ton of fun. You could make really good progress. I felt like you could easily get to the end in free to play without rations or anything else. You just had to be kind of smart. Like initially you had to be just kind of smart to get through the chapters, but once you got to the bear and you got the extra abrasive each day, you could really make some good strides. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk too much more about the event because it's over. We'll move on. We will grab some good stuff from it. At the end of the day, that's what's important. Grab some good stuff and we'll move on with it. We'll make the best of what we could. I got the ore extractor on my main account, so I was able to get through there. But a lot of why that was possible, honestly, was just better resources. Been playing longer, more gas, making the weapons not nearly as difficult for me. I had a bunch of the hunting weapons from the last time, so I was able to make some like pretty quick progress by farming up some stuff, and it just made early farming. That's like, I think with the lack of abrasive, that is what was really tough, because you could, even without the boat, you could get everything except for bears and the alligators, and that's not bad. That's like not bad. You could actually make some pretty decent progress, but obviously not having access to that still does kind of stink. So again, I'm going to use a bunch of the abrasive up, and we're going to, just make up a whole bunch of hunting crossbows. That's all we're going to do. We'll use them up. We'll see what happens. We'll hang on to them. We'll see if this event comes back around. If it does, be a little bit ahead. If it doesn't, it is what it is. All right, let's go. I need to talk to this man, and we need to finish up this chapter. Heard a strange rumble in the cave. There it is. Let's go fight some bears. Now, it's funny because, again, the last time that we saw this, you were able to fight the bears. And see, I wish I could do something with these extra things, too. I really wish you could. That stinks that I can't, but it is what it is. We're going to go fight the bear here. Let's go take the bear down. And then we'll grab the last of our points. And we'll grab some stuff from the shop. The last time you were able to do this, it opened up this extra section of the cave. And there were like 3 or 4 more deposits, which was really nice. I'm just going to pistol this guy. But you slow down. I really don't even want to get hit by you, dude. The stun attack. The other thing that I hate is the stun attack. I hate the stun attack. It is infuriating. And that's what made the alligators, in my opinion, so much of a pain. They have such a high attack speed, and then they're doing that stun attack constantly. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. All right. That was pretty easy. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Bear was nearby. Yeah. All right. Something about poachers. You do get a pretty good reward at the end, but I just don't feel like most players were going to get all the way to the end either. This also kind of sucks. So, all right. Well, let's grab our points. What do we get? What do we get? We got all the way up to 22. 22. I would have really liked to get to 24. I would have liked a couple spore aside here. Let's just take everything. We're going to pick up some materials. Grab a couple hundred more of this. We get a little bit of spore side quartz. This is the other piece of this. Some of the rewards in this premium track are actually pretty decent. I'm not mad at the premium track rewards. I'm mad at the fact that this is all I got for 20 levels. It feels really kind of stinky, not gonna lie. Like, why is this locked? You know? Why is this locked? I understand why this is locked. I even understand why this is locked early. You know? Give me an AK. What even was the good rewards for this? The armor was probably the best. If you made it up to 34 free to play, you should be pretty happy with that armor. That's titanium. If you're not at the island region and you were able to make that far, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this being free was cool. They fixed it from the last time, but way too many things locked behind the premium track. Unfortunate. Yeah, and there's just no point to put this in here because what is this? 500 points or something like that? Yeah, not worth. Okay, well, here we are. Let's go to the shop. I have 37.20 to spend. So what I definitely want a tactical backpack. This is important to me. I'm gonna buy this. I do want one of these. I definitely also want an equalizer. So we're gonna buy that. Now the question is, St. Bernard puppy or 200 genomes or a Dragunov. I don't need gas cylinders. I don't really need flight controllers. This is tough. This is actually really tough. Now, again, if we got to level 40, this blueprint was only, I think, like 650 or 750. It's pretty good. I don't need anything else. It's really down to the puppy, the genomes, or the Dragunov. And then with anything left, I can buy. We'll spend the rest of what we can here to finish this off. The puppy is really enticing. And this is only 200 genomes. Let me look to see. How much is it? Oh, this is only 270 genomes. So it's better off. You're better off to buy the puppy than I would the genomes. Because I'm not getting 270 I'm not getting a puppy's worth of genomes. If I do that, that leaves me with 220. I'm gonna buy the pup. Sad I can't get the Dragunov. But it is what it is. What do I want here? Do I take 10 genomes? Does that even help me with anything? Seems like such a small amount. I can buy 2 of these things. I wish I had 30 more so that I could buy this puppy. I'd buy this pup. I'd buy a husky pup. Actually, I would even consider the fuel briquettes. We'll just buy this. I will buy some genomes, whatever. Screw it. That's fine. I didn't like have any of this stuff in here, did I? No, it all went right to my inventory. Okay, well, check that out. I got a tactical backpack, equalizer. I got a level 2 St. Bernard puppy, which is pretty cool. We got some fur, and we got some other stuff. So, that's all right. It is what it is. Listen, it is what it is. Was it worth it for the amount of energy we put in there? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, now I feel a little bit better. I don't change any of my purchases, to be honest with you. I don't. Ooh, now this is a dilemma. I could spend 800 and grab some genomes, and then I'd have 260 left to grab a puppy. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just grab a Dragunov with the extra 1,000 that I had sitting in here. Okay, you know what? Hey, cool. We got a Dragunov. We got an equalizer, tac puppy, tac puppy. It might be a tactical puppy. I don't know. Tactical puppy. Oh my gosh. I'm losing it, ladies and gents. I am losing it. That's what I got. That's where I'm at. We're going to keep grinding these down. I will be able to make, what are these? 6 apiece. Is it 6? 6 for these. So I got what? 3 more I can make? 2 more? Three more of these I can make and turn into hunting crossbows. Makeshift hunting arrowhead crossbows. That seems pretty all right. So yeah, we're gonna do that. That's what I got for you here today. We're just finishing up. I have been settlement grinding, a whole lot of settlement grinding. I am very, very, very focused on trying to get our drone upgrade bench finalized. So I'm making some really nice progress there. I've been really working down some chipboard, getting a whole bunch of stuff done, and you know, it's going pretty good. I want to talk about it when I get there, because I think there's one thing that I wish I would have focused on earlier, but I will save that for that episode once we get there, and I'm able to get that stuff upgraded and kind of go from there. I have some transport hub runs I need to be doing. You know, I have I haven't been focusing as much on this account on the island region. I've kind of just got to a point. I do need to go and fight Concilium one more time. We have some stuff here with our genomes that I do want to be looking at purchasing. I've been thinking about the collar. We tested this protective mask. I really think I'm going to go ahead and buy this. So my next goal here is defeat Concilium one more time. Probably going to spend the 2,000 to pick this up, because then this just helps. This is just going to make any grinding we want to do in the island region so much better. So much better. So I've been really trying to work up a whole bunch of titanium. I'm trying to get a bunch of Genesis weapons fixed up. A couple of good reports for some storage, and these being really helpful. I'm excited to try these out, maybe grab a couple on our main account here, but really just trying to grind some genomes. I'm really hoping we get an event here relatively soon-ish that's good for genomes and lets us buy some stuff, because I really want to test out some other things. I honestly want to test out this ore storage. I really do want to test out the upgrade for this, and a handful of other things. So that is what we're working towards. So we'll have a couple other island region focused videos coming up this week from our main account, actually, and got to do a little work here in free to play to get to that point. So I'm gonna keep dropping these in. Thanks for checking this one out. Consider subscribing. Oh, I should also note, I believe Forlorn Fair is coming up. By the time you see this, it will be very, very close. So if you don't have your fuel tank yet, you don't have any of these great rewards, we went from a not so good event to arguably one of the best. I am still a huge fan of Winter of Despair, but that's just me. But this is a pretty dang good one. And we got supply coming up too. Both of these connecting at the same time, it's a piece of brilliance. It's wonderful. We got Bravo coming up here. Wreck Ship, another commune trials actually here very, very quickly. So some really, really good events to kind of finish off the season here. Crazy to think season 75 doesn't have that much time. I haven't grinded that much, although we're up to about 50. That's not bad. We'll make some good progress. So consider subscribing. Really do appreciate all the support. Hopefully you enjoyed our free-to-play series and our run here, and lots more Last Day on Earth content coming at you. Help us get to 10K. It's our next big goal. If you want to come over, join the Discord. It's always popping, chatting. We got some channels over there. Got a resource thing. We got a whole bunch of playlists down below. Check out our Wasteland Survival Guide for some really, really good guides and in-depth info on all things Last Day on Earth. We're going to be adding a few to that playlist here pretty soon, so do keep an eye out. Got a couple of things in the works as well. So with that, close it out. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.